Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Morning,
Hello,
everybody.
Jessica Robin Moore. Good morning.
What's up, Jess?
I'm walking here like you extra on power.
Let's get some front page news. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MB. Jess, I know you're just getting there. Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. All right, so we start this morning in Pennsylvania, where President Trump traveled to the Pocono Mountains to make the case that he's already delivering lower prices and bigger paychecks, even as many voters, though, say they are still feeling the squeeze. Now, speaking to about 1,000 supporters at the Mount Airy Casino Resort, Trump pointed to the stock market and 401ks as evidence that the economy is gaining strength. But his biggest challenge last night was the same one he always faces nationally, which is convincing people that their everyday costs are actually going down. At one moment, he downplayed the idea of affordability altogether. And moments later, he said making America affordable again was his greatest priority. Let's listen to some of his speech.
Gave you high prices. They gave you the highest inflation in history, and we're bringing those prices down rapidly. Lower prices, bigger paychecks. You're getting lower prices, bigger paychecks. We're getting inflation. We're crushing it. And you're getting much higher wages. I mean, the only thing that's really going up big, it's called the stock market and your 401ks. But they have a new word. You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability. But under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000 a year. Under Trump, the typical factory worker has already seen their wages increase by more than $1,300.
They always stand in front of people who don't have no stocks and point to the stock market. Okay, you can't lie to people about what they're feeling in their pockets. Like, go stand in front of some working class people and try to convince them the economy is good. I bet that crowd reaction will be a lot different.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, the numbers, they tell a very different story than what Trump is saying. Most major polls show that voters still feel financially stretched. And there's also government data that backs that up. The overall cost of living is still rising. Energy prices are up over the past year. Inflation, which had been easing, has crept back up following the tariffs that Trump put in place. And on top of that, employers have announced more than 1 million job cuts this year. That's the highest level since the pandemic, adding to the sense of unease that many families are already feeling. And there's polling that makes that disconnect even clearer. There's a recent Gallup poll that says that 68% of Americans, they say the economic conditions are getting worse, while only 27% of people believe things are improving. Now, that gap between what Trump is saying and what people are feeling is becoming one of the defining challenges of the upcoming election year, especially with affordability consistently ranking as voters' top concern. Now, during that rally yesterday, Trump, he also veered off on his economic message several times and turning his attacks on Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Somali immigrants, and a range of other unrelated issues and comments that drew reactions from the crowd and also at times shifted the tone of the rally. So we will continue to see what else comes from that meeting. And as affordability dominates the national conversation, there were two local races in Florida, one in Florida and one in Georgia, that are showing just how voters are feeling and responding to it at the ballot box. So in Miami, a Democrat, she just ended a 30-year Republican streak to become the first woman mayor ever elected in the city of Miami. Eileen Higgins, she campaigned directly on affordability and immigration concerns, defeating a Republican endorsed by President Trump. And in Georgia, Democrats, they flipped a House seat in a district that Trump carried by double digits. Eric Glissner, he adds to the growing number of special election wins by Democrats that they have picked up this year. So clearly affordability, immigration, very, very key issues for people in different states and different cities right now.
Yes, but, it's one thing to campaign on affordability. It's another to get in office and actually, govern and make things more affordable. So that's the important thing. Like, after you campaign on affordability and, you win whatever election, you were running for, once you get in office, you have to fight to make things more affordable for people. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, definitely. And so we will see what happens with those two candidates, a couple of special elections happening there. And coming up at 7, a holiday staple is getting more expensive this year. It's reviving an age-old debate. We'll tell you what's driving the price hike and what it means for your bottom dollar.
All right. Thank you, Mimi. Now, everybody else, get it off
Good morning,
your chest.
Jessica Robin Moore. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
What's
what
up?
you mean? Don't wave me off.
Because you looking over here like you about to pick on me. I don't have time.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying good morning. I ain't saying good morning yet. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
I'm tired. How are you?
How are you? Did you have a good night?
I was up all night in the hair salon getting my hair done. But yeah.
Damn.
I could tell
that's
she
why
was
they look so tight and fresh.
I woke up with a text from Jess. I was like, she must have been up all night. Because she usually don't text that late.
Yes.
About 9 o'clock, she usually go to sleep. I got seen her. I said, well, okay.
Not tight and fresh, yo. Please
They
stop
do look
looking
tight and
over here.
fresh.
Yeah.
They look good.
Thank you.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Morning, everybody. It's EJ, NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Ivy, Jess,
Mm-hmm.
Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Peace, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Good morning. So we start this hour in Kentucky, where a shooting on the campus of Kentucky State University, a historically black institution, has left one student dead and another fighting serious injuries. Now, officials say the violence unfolded yesterday near Whitney Young Junior Hall. That's a dorm on the south side of the campus, right in the middle of finals week. Now, according to university leaders, the injured student is now in critical but stable condition, and early information shows the shooter was not connected to the school. The suspect, 48-year-old Jacob Lee Bard of Evansville, Indiana, is in custody and charged with murder and first-degree assault. Let's listen to some of the press conference from local authorities.
Within minutes, by 3:14 p.m., Frankfort police officers arrived on scene. By that time, Kentucky State University campus police had already taken swift action, bringing a suspect into custody. 3 individuals were involved in the incident. One individual, who is not a Kentucky State University student, is in custody. Frankfort police believe this to be an isolated incident, and there are no active safety concerns on campus at this time.
Well, police say the campus was on lockdown and the area was secured. But for many students, the fear didn't end there. They told reporters their sense of safety has been shattered. Let's listen to what they had to say.
Well, we got finals this week. We just chilling. Regular college week. We ain't thinking nothing gonna go on. Feel me? And then boom, it just happened. I heard them let 2 off, and after that, it just was crazy. And it took about 30 minutes for the cops to get here, so it really was crazy then. Just the type of stuff we try to get away from, and to come to college and have it be right at our doorstep is just like crazy. And we pay too much money for this kind of stuff to be taking place at this school.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Basically, like thought we were safe here. Ready to get up out of here now that I heard that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the whole purpose of even coming to college seeing this year, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't be liking the people. That's exactly why I don't like peopling. You know what I'm saying?
Peopling?
Peopling, yes. No, peopling is when you got to be around people. Okay? Because you just never know what folks be on, man. Everybody is a potential shooter. When I used to work with Wendy Williams, she used to always talk about the shooter might be around. I mean, she had reason to believe that, but still. Whenever you in a crowded place, boy, you just never know.
But them kids are right. Like, you go to college to get away from a lot of the BS, to learn, to further your education. And that's a place that you figure will be safe, right? A bunch of students in a place that's just want to learn. And then you got somebody that doesn't go to this school that kills a young man.
And then look how discouraged they sound. You know, it's like, dang, I don't even want to, be here. You know, that's it.
And that's such a good point, Jess, because one of the young men that was interviewed was like, he doesn't even want to come back after the semester is over because this happened. In a statement, the university's president, they called the shooting a senseless tragedy that has left the entire campus grieving. Now, officials are urging anyone who needs counseling to reach out. There will be support and services available for students, staff, and faculty. And the school has canceled classes, final exams, and all campus activities for the rest of the week. And students are being told that they can return home if they choose, and more guidance will be shared in the coming days.
Yeah, psychologically, that has to mess you up, because if you come from a certain environment, you know how to move, right? Like, you kind of know who's who, you know what to avoid. How you do that on campus?
Yeah.
For sure. And switching gears now to a story that's getting a lot of attention on social media. Jess, this is something you brought to my attention. Posts are circulating claiming Meta will start reading all of your private messages on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. One viral post with more than 238,000 likes says that Meta will start reading your DMs on December 16th. Every conversation, every photo, every voice message fed to AI used for profit. Now, Meta says that is not true, and here is what is actually happening. Now, Meta is rolling out a policy update on December 16th, but does not give the company access to your private messages, those private conversations with friends and families. That remains end-to-end encrypted, which means Meta cannot read them. But what the update actually does is it allows Meta to use the messages that you send directly to its Meta AI chat box to personalize content and ads. So if you ask AI about hiking, for example, you might start seeing more hiking apps, trail posts, or ads for hiking boots, something like that. Meta said that is no different from how Instagram already reacts when you watch a reel. That activity will shape what you see next. And to clear things up, Snopes, which is an independent fact-based publication known for verifying viral claims and misinformation, they reached out to Meta for a clarification, and they sent back a statement that says, we do not use the content of your private message with friends or family to train our AI unless you or someone in the chat chooses to share those messages with our AI. This also isn't new, nor is it part of our December 16th privacy policy update.
Okay, cool, because I was ready to say, nigga, done. I am done. If all my get
All
out
your
of
DMs?
man, what?
But it's crazy to me that y'all don't assume that they're already looking at all your stuff now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but when you hear that it's gonna be like sold or put out there, you never know who's gonna get it. And then be like, Jess said, or Jess, damn, this what you was saying.
But once
like,
again, it's crazy that y'all assume that they wouldn't do that anyway. Like you know what the craziest thing to me was? When everybody gets on these apps like Signal and everything else, and they be like, we can send secret messages. You really think somebody gonna create a whole app for you to send secret messages and they're not gonna look at it?
They're looking at all these apps.
it's not
make, like-
accessible.
Yeah, see what
right.
I'm
All
saying?
these apps.
Yeah,
WhatsApp, text, all that.
You
They
should-
looking at all that
You
stuff.
should just
Yeah.
assume whatever you texting, whatever site you on, and you sending stuff DM, that somebody can see.
Correct.
If you move like that, I promise you'll avoid a lot of problems in the future.
Okay, let me start moving like that.
Too late.
Oh, way too
right,
late
oh,
for
it's
you.
big late.
Too late.
Way too late
Big
for
late,
you.
I'm cooked.
All right, well, now to a very different kind of holiday delivery. So correctional officers at a South Carolina prison say a drone flew over the prison yard and dropped a package that looked less like contraband and more like someone was prepping for a full holiday feast. So inside that package was crab legs, raw steak, Old Bay seasoning, cigarettes, and 2 large bags of marijuana.
This
Now,
was
they
a
were all
Baltimore
wrapped-
prison?
This was South
No,
Carolina.
this was in South Carolina.
Oh,
You heard crab legs?
Yep, crab legs. The Old Bay,
Crab
yes.
legs, yep. So all of this was wrapped neatly in a bag, a Piggly Wiggly shopping bag.
Let's
be
go,
specific.
Piggly Wiggly.
So the Department of Corrections, they even joked that someone was clearly planning an early Old Bay crab boil and steak dinner. Now, officials say that drone drops are a growing problem nationwide, but they usually involve dangerous drugs, not seafood and seasoning. No arrests have been made, and officials are still investigating who that package was meant for.
Hey, listen, man, I ain't mad at them for trying. It's the
Right.
holidays, man. I need me a seafood boil, some weed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
man.
I don't see the problem, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he tried.
Yeah.
Whoever it was
Yeah.
tried. I can't be mad at him for trying.
They definitely tried it. And lastly, to a serious question that needs answers this morning. So, are y'all team real tree or team artificial tree?
Girl, I
Which
do
one
not
you
want
have?
my house smelling like no damn pine.
Yeah, I'm
no,
artificial. I'm artificial
I'm
tree.
artificial.
I've always been team real tree, but you know, my wife ain't having it. She ain't had it. She hasn't been having it the past couple of years. So we artificial trees.
Yeah,
Them
it's
artificial
messy.
trees.
All of you
It's
guys are artificial trees. Okay. Well, because this year the Christmas tree debate is even louder than ever. So real tree fans, they swear that nothing beats the smell, Jess, the tradition, the moment of bringing that pine scent home. And artificial tree people say they're done with the pine needles, the watering, and the mess. They want something they can just pull out of a box and plug in.
Right.
But this year, but the cost this year is the real debate. 70% of households are choosing artificial, not just for the convenience, but for the price. A real tree can run anywhere from $120 to $200 this season, thanks to droughts and transportation costs. But artificial trees aren't cheap either. Pre-lit versions with all the settings, those are selling for about $400 this year, they said.
Crazy. Yes. And then, but you could have got, man, I should have said this, but you could have got one like for half that price on Amazon Cyber Monday. Like their trees was wildly on sale. Like,
well, how many times y'all buy artificial trees? We've been using the same artificial tree for the last
2 years.
No, we do.
Last 5 years.
Y'all buy an
6 years.
artificial tree every year?
No.
Almost every year,
Why?
yeah. Since I moved in my house, I love Christmas, and we do a different theme every year.
Nah.
Every year.
We
And I
use
just
the same
don't.
tree.
I just
We've
don't
been using the
it.
same tree. Different theme mean that you might change the
Change the
decorations on the tree.
decorations.
No, the actual tree, and then we just donate the tree that we. I be having, y'all know I be having like 4 trees in my house, like, and then I just donate them.
Me too, but I put them all in the attic. Put them right.
Then you don't donate them. Oh, you mean like you got 4 or 5 trees? And,
Yeah, put them in the attic. Yeah, just
No.
box them up, put them back upstairs, and bring them back down there next year.
Gotta be new for me, man.
That's great, but I will tell somebody also, if you're looking for an artificial tree for a great price, like 70% off, and you could chill for this year. The day after Christmas, the trees be 70-80% off.
Yo, that's so crazy.
70-80% off. You just plan for next year.
I always hear that, but I'm never thinking about buying one the day after Christmas. So
80% off.
Damn.
A lot of people do that, Envy, and then they get their Christmas supplies, their declarations the day after Christmas, and they just save them because they're
next year.
cheap.
That's
So they got to get rid
crazy.
of them. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV for more stories. Follow the Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?